this is Cynthia. This is how we made Miss McPherson's class, and Miss McPherson's pen, and we got wood.
Comes from the tree that's in the yard. It's this is part of a tree that was in the yard, and our neighbor had sawed it down, and we'll take this and turn it into an ink pen. You want to see how we can do this for your class for show and tell?
Yeah!
Okay.
First we have to saw the wood into the size.
We'll do that by using the band saw. Now you get to see how it's cut.
We get the stuff for the ink pen first. That way we know how big the block should be.
It comes in a little kit like this.
That you buy in the store.
And it has the tubes that go inside and then the various little pieces.
Yeah.
Now those we'll use later.
Yeah, but where's the ink coming from?
The cartridge, see?
Oh.
That's from the store. And these are the little pins and the little things that go inside the wood. And we have to make the wood to fit this. So
that's why we use that thing.
we need to cut it to size first, and that's where we use this.
I'm going outside quick.
And I have a little thing set that shows that I made in order to help us cut it to the right length. And by putting it in here, it measures it to the right length. And we take the piece of cedar from the tree and we'll put that block in here.
Please don't do this at home. Please do it with a parent, or if you're old enough, do it. That's a little...
Okay, that brings them both down to size to the right length for the tubes that go inside them.
So you bought that at the store?
The tubes?
Yeah, but where can you buy it at?
I buy them at the store up in
Springfield.
Springfield. The next thing we do is we have to figure out where to put the center at.
Do it with the pencil, that way you won't mess up. But sometimes you can use that.
Can you see me?
I don't think it can. I think it can. Now this is the activity you may do with the parent.
Yep. Like me and CJ do together. And put a little X on it.
Uh-huh. That way you will know how to make because this is how it works. He puts it into that machine, and he needs to put an X in there because he's going to drill in the middle of it to make the round part.
You want to see how we drill in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
The next step is drilling the holes in the blocks.
Okay.
I hope this is going to be fun.
And if it's not fun,
We'll
it's going to be
do
fun.
it.
It's going to be fun. We just set it in here.
And then you turn on the machine, and then...
Yep, we're going to...
But please don't try this at home.
Why not?
Because that thing could make a hole in your finger. Can it?
Well, you have to be very careful.
your parents have to know how to woodwork. That way you can make it. So if you want to have a pen, just ask Cynthia.
And that makes the holes in the middle.
If you want a pen.
Okay, next we'll go over here. We have to glue the pen.
Next step, let's glue it on.
Okay, what do you do first?
First, well, before you glue it on, you have to make it really, this stuff, the tube, very rough. And then after that, you glue it on.
Okay, so now that they're roughed up, we're ready to glue them on?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, but what side do we glue it on?
What we do is we put a little glue on the there. Here we go. A little bit of glue on the tube.
Is it going to fit in the place?
Yep, that's because I used the exact same size bit on the drill as the size of the tube. And see, I'll make it flat and flat on both ends, if you can see. Let me take this.
It looks pretty already.
And the square pen, that'd make a square ink pen. It'd be hard to write with right now. Okay.
I have never made a pen before.
You haven't?
You have.
Oh. Well, now we've got the insides. And next. Okay, now we have the end square.
The next step is to make it round.
And what we use for that is the wood lathe.
Which is really cool.
And this is what we use to do that with. We put it on the little lathe, and then we set the bushings so that we get it just right.
Is this supposed to be there?
Goes right there, yep. You're a good helper. And here we go.
Yeah, but do you get it off? Can you get these things off?
After we get them on, we have to set it in place and make sure that it's snug.
And I have to stay away from it.
And we just tighten it down.
If you're by this machine, please go through us if this is happening in real life and when you're right next to it. That way it won't get in your eye.
Oh, and this is the first step is to run it kind of slow.
Yeah, and then you run it fast.
So that we can make it round first. And we always set the speed down slow on it.
And then you use special tools, right?
Yep.
And they're right next to you so you can reach it?
Yeah, they're called chisels. This is a chisel, and this is the one that you start with the big square ones with. It makes it, it's a round one.
So there's special kinds so you can start with and then you can end with?
Yep. We turn it on, and then we take the chisel and take the corners off of it. And once
it looks very pretty.
and you can see how the
It's like it's drilling it in. Drilling it in.
And the more you take off and the rounder it gets, the smoother it runs. And you can see how smooth that.
You better take off a lot.
And as you see, it's starting to get round.
And it looks like strawberry.
Yep, this is the wood called cedar.
And it's pink.
Yep, you wanted it pink just for Mr. Pearson.
Uh-huh.
Because I understand her favorite color is pink.
And mine too. wanted to give her a gift and to tell her thanks for helping us learn.
Okay, now we're getting closer to the right size.
Can I try?
Yep, in a minute. Just a second.
Okay.
Don't turn your eyes away. Now look here. We'll work on this together. See, we take it. See that?
Whoa, it's doing those lines on there.
And that's how we... Does that feel? You see how?
I feel the vibration.
Okay. Now we need to change the speed. Now we've got to
It
jump the
gets
speed
harder.
up. We've raised the speed faster.
And it gets harder.
And this is where we start doing the delicate finish work. Where we bring it down smooth. And you see how it,
That's the ending of it?
yep, it's starting to get down to the thin part.
Smooth?
Yep. Makes it very smooth. And that's how we know that we're in the right place. When we get it just smooth enough. And it's right even with the metal. Because those metal bushings tell me what size it needs to be to fit that ink pen set. And so if I bring it down smooth to the metal bushings,
Yeah, but doesn't it break?
what's that?
The pen. Wood, because it's so thin.
It's glued onto that brass. That's why we put the little brass inside, the metal. You put the metal inside so that when we, and glue it so that when we put the wood real thin this way, it's stuck to that, the brass, and the brass gives it strength. So that's why it can be so thin.
So if it didn't have that tube, it couldn't, it would break?
Yep, it would just come. That's why the ink pens have a little metal tube inside. Most all ink pens have those. The next thing we do is we start sanding to finish up the sanding. You
Can I do that?
start to see how the sanding goes. And CJ's going to help me with that.
Yay!
Okay. We take this sandpaper and
Ooh. It feels very smooth, everyone. Can I hold it?
yep, and we'll take it down on this end like that.
This is fun. You don't get this in a regular store. You can get this
At Daddy's shop.
yeah, of course. Perfect place.
Okay. Now you can let go of that one.
Can I feel it?
Yep.
And it's taken away.
The next step is what I normally do is, what do you think?
Can I do that?
Sure. Let me
get it. Can I do that?
yeah. Does that feel strange?
It feels warm.
Yep. It's warm, don't it?
It's warm because the
And see how smooth it is?
ooh, it's pretty. Finally, time to put the finish on.
Okay. So what we use here
It's a special kind of
finish for these, and it's called friction rub.
and it makes it really pretty.
So first I put a little bit on it while it's sitting here so it soaks in.
And it makes it darker.
Yeah, that gives it the full color that what it's supposed to look like. Once I put a little bit on while it's like sitting here, then we turn it on and put it on while it's running.
It's pretty like that when it's like.
And that's why we call it friction rub, is because the friction between the cloth and the wood heats up and makes it dry hard. And so it dries much faster this way, and it builds up layers on it.
You're getting some on there.
Okay. You want to put a little bit on?
Sure.
Step over here and put your fingers right here. Hold it just like that. And bring it over on the other one.
It's getting prettier.
It gets warm. Feel it? You're supposed to see a little bit of smoke come up off of it. See any smoke yet?
No. But I feel it warm.
You do?
Oh, I see the smoke.
See?
Oh, that's so hot. It burned my finger.
You have to be real careful with it. Okay, here we go. Ain't that fun?
You should make ink pens with me more.
Yeah, more and more and more. Maybe someday we'll be able to do one for your class. Let them see in person. So this is pretty good show and tell, I guess. If you, all them guys are hanging out there.
I hope you like this video.
Okay. We take this over here like this. We take the one piece from one end that goes in the end.
Do you squeeze that?
Yep. And then I put this end in it.
Can I squeeze that?
Okay, and you see how it pushes together? There you go. Now we'll put this over here inside of here.
I just push it.
Just like that. And that makes the bottom half. And that way we can put the cartridge in it. Put the ink cartridge. And we put the holder for that.
And that. Oh.
That's the half of the pen. You can see that.
Oh, it's a different.
Okay. This in here like this. We'll put this in down here like this. And then bring them together.
Yay!
And that puts the top and the bottom on that one. And then that makes it slide together just like that. The show and tell.
And we hope you enjoy our show and tell. Thank you for watching. This pen is for Miss. We are giving this pen to Miss McPherson because we want to appreciate her for helping us learn.